Award-winning dietitian Shahzadi Devje is back with the final installment of her new Year Nourishment series, where she highlights some of her favorite foods for 2024.
And today we're putting delicious and nutritious nuts and berries in the spotlight. Shahzadi, good morning to you. And before we get to this fantastic food and these recipes, we wanted to ask you about this. It's been in the headlines all this week. The CEO of Kellogg under fire for suggesting that people eat cereal for dinner to combat high food costs. As a dietitian, give us your take when it comes to cereal for dinner.
Look, I think, some nutrition is better than no nutrition. And as someone who struggled with food security at one point in my life, I know it can get tough out there. So you can do what you have to do to nourish yourself and your family. But I think on the whole, trying to focus on nutrient-dense foods is the way to go. But this issue around personal choice, I'm not convinced is what we should be talking about. It's more of a health equity issue, a food security issue, a political issue, whereas a government, we need to work harder to make sure that all Canadians have access to nutritious food. It's a basic human right.
Very true. Very true. All right, well, let's get to some of your delicious food items here. We said we were going to be putting berries and nuts in the spotlight. What are we beginning with?
So we're beginning with a delicious cheesecake. Now, berries are top-notch. They're full of plant flavonoids and polyphenols that help to protect your body. Now, just this month, a research study showed us that those who eat blueberries and all different types of berries have lower AL scores. Now, AL scores are your allostatic load scores. They basically measure the level of stress inside your body, inflammation. And I like to think of AL scores as like your stress report card. High scores means, internal dysregulation, which can lead to chronic conditions like cancers, cardiovascular diseases. And the great news is those who ate berries had low AL scores and felt better overall.
Okay.
So with that in mind, we're going to create a beautiful raw, no-bake blueberry cheesecake. And we're going to start off with a 3-ingredient base where we blitz together some almonds, some pecans, and some medjool dates. And you should end up with a mixture that looks a little bit like this. Now you're going to press this down in a spring form pan using your fingers and your knuckles. Now I like the design of the spring form pan because it's easy to remove your cheesecake without disturbing its presentation. I love the sweetness of the medjool dates and they marry beautifully with our nuts. Now you can get even creative. I've bought in a couple of spice ideas. Now although this recipe is plain and simple, you can certainly marry it with some cinnamon, cardamom, even cloves or ginger if you're feeling a little spicy. Now, once your base mixture is there, this is going to go in your freezer whilst you make that beautiful creamy blueberry filling. We've got some soaked cashew nuts going into our high-speed blender, some frozen blueberries. Now, I found after testing this recipe that frozen blueberries give you that beautiful hue that sometimes you don't get with the fresh berries, and they're a little bit more budget-friendly too. We've got some thick, creamy coconut milk going in there, and then no refined sweeteners in this recipe, just a dash of maple syrup. We're going to give that a quick blitz for you.
Why do you soak the cashews?
It's easier for blending, but also it contributes to that creamy consistency.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do this. And we're going to give that a good blend. And this is the mixture that you end up with.
Okay.
I mean, I won't lie, I did spread some of it on my toast because how can you not? It's just so delicious. And this mix, you can give that a little try even just as is. It literally goes over your base mixture. You're going to use your spatula to spread it nicely and then in the freezer for at least 3 hours to set. Now, one tip before you serve your cheesecake is just let it thaw for 15-20 minutes so it's easier to slice, and then we're just topping it with some beautiful fresh berries.
That is so good. I'll be checked out for the rest of the segment. I'm sorry. I'm just busy enjoying this. So tasty and nutritious. That is so good. All right, from berries, let's go, if we could, Shahzadi, over here to nuts. What do you got for us here?
So nuts are fantastic. You know, they've consistently shown in research studies to be great for lowering cholesterol levels and supporting heart health. Now, you know, this quick and easy salad was inspired because I was reading some research that showed that Canadians were getting just under half of our calories from ultra-processed foods. Now, I get it, being a food-positive dietitian, that ultra-processed food is quick, fast and easy. And we're giving that a run for its money with this 5-minute salad recipe, which is also budget-friendly. So this is my pear and pecan salad, which is served on a bed of rocket or arugula. So I'm going to get your help to making this salad.
Okay.
We're using medium-ripe pears. Now, 2 varieties of pears that I love for this salad is Comis and Bosc. And we've just simply chopped that in mouth-friendly pieces. And to that, we're going to add some spices and aromatics. We've got some red onion going in there. You'll be surprised, we're also using our spices right here. So we've got some chaat masala. You've seen me use this spice blend before. It's a mix of mango powder, coriander, as well as a bit of chili. We've got a dash of cumin going in there and some red chili powder. Now, I've been, you know, eating this type of salad my whole life with spice, tang and sweetness, and it's absolutely delicious. We're going to finish that with a drizzle of some freshly squeezed lemon juice and then some fresh cilantro and pecans, and that's it.
Love it.
5 minutes from beginning to end.
And you serve it on a bed, what do we got here?
Arugula.
Arugula, very nice. All right. Some great stuff as always from dietitian Shahzadi Devje. Shahzadi, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Great to see you this morning.